Despite the myth that crime doesn't pay, there isn't much these criminals won't do for money. Have you ever wondered who are the richest criminal gangs in the world? Let's find out. Number 10. Kinahan Cartel. Kinahan was already well known to police as a crook when he started his drug-dealing ring in Dublin in the 1990s. Almost no one outside of the neighborhood station had ever heard of him. He spent the latter half of the 90s in prison for drug-related offenses, where he developed his fluency in Spanish and Dutch, which he later used to expand his business internationally. Now, Kinahan's cartel is thought to be one of the largest wholesale operations in Ireland and the UK, and for the past 10 years, it has been the cause of murders both inside and outside the nation. The Kinahan Cartel is thought to be one of the biggest criminal gang organizations in the world and the most powerful in Ireland. Additionally, established in the UK, Spain, and the UAE, its current market value is estimated to be $1 billion. Number 9. Sinaloa Cartel. This cartel is currently the biggest one operating in Mexico, with an estimated $3 billion in revenue. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman led the Sinaloa Cartel, a multi-billion-dollar international drug trafficking organization that controlled at least 90% of the world's supply and shipped tons of drugs every day to different countries. El Chapo is notorious for carrying out some of the most incredible prison breaks, including digging a tunnel under his cell. The Sinaloa Cartel became known as the biggest and most powerful drug trafficking organization in Mexico, and eventually the entire world. They are regarded even by the DEA as the largest, most potent drug cartel in history. The Sinaloa Cartel is still Mexico's most powerful drug cartel as of 2023, and Ismael Zambada Garcia, aka El Mayo, has taken over as the cartel's leader, following the capture of El Chapo. Number 8. Gata. With an estimated $4.5 billion in revenue, this gang is a part of the Italian Mafia. Gata was founded in Calabria in the 19th century. It has always enjoyed good relations with its criminal allies. The Gata gang has increased the scope of its illegal and criminal activities, which now include investing in legitimate companies that could be used to launder money and sell drugs. The Gata is thought to have 400 key operatives in 30 countries, but 60,000 people are believed to be involved in its operations globally. Since its founding, the Gata has operated successfully, avoiding media attention. Due to the close-knit nature of the group and the fact that police informers have historically been a rare breed, everyone has tried to keep things quiet. Their strict code of silence makes it difficult for investigators to work with them. So smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Number 7. Kimura. This criminal gang was founded as a prison gang in the 19th century and is based in Naples. The Italian Mafia in the old country is still active, despite law enforcement's significant recent efforts to weaken the Italian-American Mafia. The Kimura is a federation of rival clans that operates in the Naples region. As one of the biggest and oldest criminal organizations in Italy, it is well known for its occasional feuding outbreaks, which have claimed numerous lives. They generate an estimated $4.9 billion in revenue. It was discovered that the Mafia in Italy made $33 billion in profits, which were distributed among its main organizations, with the Kimura receiving the lion's share. As members were released, the organization thrived by providing protection services and acting as a catalyst for political organization among Italy's poor during the bloody political conflicts of the 1800s. Number 6. Yakuza. Japan has the third largest economy in the world, and whether they realize it or not, many Japanese companies have some sort of connection to the Mafia. The largest organization in Japan, Yakuza, has estimated revenues of $6.6 billion. Its origins can be traced back to 1915 as a dock worker labor union. With the boss known as the Kumicho, it has a centralized leadership structure. They engage in a variety of activities such as stock market manipulation and online vulgarity. They did help with relief efforts following the 2011 tsunami and the Tohoku earthquake in Japan, but its membership has been decreasing. Between 1991 and 2012, it fell by 14%. Then, from 28,000 in 2013 to 23,400. In 2014, it fell by another 14%. A portion split off to form the competing Kobe Yamaguchi Gumi in 2015. It's still one of the largest criminal organizations in the world today. 5. Sonetsuke Bratva. An estimated $8.5 billion in annual revenue is made by the ruthless and obscenely wealthy Sonetsuke Bratva syndicate. Contract killing, money laundering, auto theft, and other criminal activity are all involved with this. Sergei Mikhailov, who had previously served time in prison for fraud, founded it in the late 1980s. They have a very decentralized organizational structure, according to Federico Varese, a professor of criminology at the University of Oxford and an authority on global organized crime. The organization is made up of 10 individual, quasi-autonomous brigades that function largely independently of one another. However, the group does pool its funds, and the funds are managed by a 12-person council that consists of members across the globe, while frequently disguising its meetings as celebration events. Or Sicilian Amafia, the most notorious gang, also known as Cosa Nostra or the Sicilian Mafia, has been represented in numerous films and other forms of popular culture. The Mafia first emerged in Sicily at the beginning of the 19th century, but they soon expanded to America. The Sicilian Mafia grew throughout the world after arriving in America. Its members engage in a wide range of criminal activities, including money laundering, gang warfare, rackets, and protection rackets. Additionally, rumors link some of the high-profile killings to the Sicilian mob. The Cosa Nostra is inextricably linked to the image of the Sicilian mobsters as gentlemen gangsters. Despite spending 30 years hiding out, Messina Denaro, the leader, was able to increase and maintain his wealth thanks to his extensive network of criminal allies. The FBI currently estimates that they employ around 275,000 people worldwide, making around $100 billion annually, with 25,000 made members and 250,000 associates. Number 3. Triad. A traditional organized crime group with origins in Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan, also known as the Chinese Triads. They have been around since the 18th century and have grown to occupy areas all over the world. Since its founding, they have changed the focus of its operations, and they are now primarily engaged in drug trafficking and white-collar crimes, like counterfeiting and healthcare fraud. Although it is unknown how much they are worth, they have risen so high on the list after it was discovered that they laundered $5.4 billion in the Canadian city of Vancouver alone in 2018. It's clear that this is one of the wealthiest criminal organizations on the planet, when numbers like that come from just one city in just 1 year. Number 2. Medellin Cartel. For just under 2 decades, the cartel effectively ruled Colombia. Escobar, as the cartel's leader, was heavily involved in the organization of the cartel. Escobar, who was also known as El Petrino, was the Colombian equivalent of the Godfather. He worked to subvert local police forces, bribe public servants, and maintain law and order among the cartel members. The cartel operated in Bolivia, Canada, Colombia, Panama, Peru, and the U.S. between the middle of the 1970s and the beginning of the 1990s. The Medellin Cartel made about $100 million in drug profits each day at its peak of power. The cartel was designed from the start to be exactly what it was: the biggest, most dreadful drug cartel in Colombian history. Number 1. Cali Cartel. This drug cartel, which was established in the late 1970s, is one of the richest in history. The brothers Gilberto and Miguel Rodriguez Orejela were its founders. Initially, the Cali Cartel was a smaller part of Escobar Medellin's cartel. Although they operated mainly out of Colombia, the Cali Cartel had a wide international network. Contrary to the Medellin Cartel, the Cali organization did not revolve entirely around a single leader. Its success in the drug market was a result of its independent structure. And that's why you should smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. The Cali Cartel reportedly brought in about $7 billion a year from the US alone in 1996, according to some estimates. Following the mid-90s arrest of its top leaders, this criminal organization is no longer active. However, the Cali Cartel had a significant impact on the drug trade. See you in the next video.